Hooked up, hooked up.
So what we got here?
Oh yeah.
Barfish. That'll eat. Fish taco.
It's the kind of fishing I like to do. All right, folks, today we're fishing Toledo Bend. Living the Dream Guide Service. This is JT. Caught a nice little barfish here.
There you go.
Got my dad here, Becky Grafton, also Bubba Magooey. We're gonna catch some good ones. Y'all stay tuned. So we met at Toledo Town Tackle this morning, had a great breakfast. We were able to stay at Cypress Bend Resort. Really nice place, all the amenities you can imagine. They have a spa, they've got a restaurant, they got a bar, they've got a golf course, outdoor facilities, unbelievable. It's a beautiful place, you ought to stay there.
Living the dream was my dream, to come to Toledo Bend and live the dream. I started it, this is 17 seasons that we've been here. I started it by myself in 2001 and actually sold everything I owned and moved into a 30-foot travel trailer. Shoe pick. No, didn't know for sure what was gonna happen. I just took a chance and tried to start something, doing what I wanted to do, living my dream. And it's worked out very well. Now there's 7 full-time guides working for LTD. We've got, just within our group alone, everybody has a pontoon boat and a bass boat. You know, we may have, especially on a Saturday and a good time, we may have 60 or 70 people, fishing with us that day. Take your time, take your time.
Got a little something pulling some drag.
What do you got, water possum?
I don't know. You got us on a possum hole?
A yellow bass. That's a
All
fatty
right.
too, look at that. Got a little toad there.
Make a little slab.
You bet.
Bubba's gonna join the show sooner or later.
Toledo Bend, it is very well known across the country and quite world renowned for its bass fishery. Has been, #1 bass lake for 2 years in the country, and then it is also very renowned for its for the crappie. There's a lot of work that goes into keeping the lake like it is now. The wildlife and fisheries, Texas and Louisiana both, have done a good job with stocking programs and over the years, mostly for bass.
Get them pop.
He's supposed to take off here in a minute. Reel down to him. Reel down to him. Oh, that's a big old white bass.
Some big ones, huh?
Nice.
Ooh, that's a hammer. Good job, Dad.
You can't catch very many of them, Pop, because they take up too much space in the box. We'll have to go get us another fish box.
All right.
The white bass in Toledo Bend in the Sabine River itself is a very prolific species, and over the last many years, Toledo Bend is probably the #1 white bass reservoir in the country. At one time, the Sabine River and tributaries of that held 11 line class world records. And I don't know where it is right now, but and the Sabine River also has the world record. And so it's very well known fishery for white bass, and they are very prolific. We catch lots of them, and this is the time to do it right now.
Oh, shoot.
Yep, that's a largemouth. Okay, this is our 8th species that we've caught.
JT's taking credit for.
Yeah. This is our 8th species that we've caught. This is a largemouth. This is Toledo Bend gold right there. That's what makes our world go around. And we let these, living the dream, all of us, we let these fish go. It's the heartbeat of our world here on Toledo Bend.
He's been caught before, you said.
He sure has.
Ça, ça me fait chanter. C'est la vie. Ça me fait respecter. C'est la vie. Ça, ça me fait l'aimer.
Hooked up, hooked up. What you got, a little
Get him, Bubba.
patasal, Bubba?
What we got this time,
Yeah,
Bubba?
boy.
Bubba, you finally turned on there, buddy.
I saw how quick the guide was, huh? You move quick for old man.
Yeah, here.
He ain't baiting you hook.
I know. I take that back.
Ça, ça me fait chanter. Ça me fait respecter.
No, we didn't quite need the net for that. What? Wait again. Was that Bubba hollering for the net? It's all right. I can fillet him using
When we
the
get
net.
back, I'm gonna buy you a bigger net. I know things are tough right now. Calm me down, bro.
Lord.
You can't afford a bigger net for all these big fish. I'll get you one.
Hooked up. Hooked up. Oh, you got me, Bubba.
Wild Bill.
Hang on, Bubba.
Bro, you trying to sabotage me, man.
No, wait.
I got a gorilla on
There we
me.
go.
That camera close.
Ça, ça me fait chanter.
We grocery fishing today. Fishing for grocery.
There he is. Fish on, fish on.
Soccer leg, come on.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't no telling what we're gonna catch out here.
All right, folks, we're here today fishing with Living the Dream Charters. JT, got a nice sockeye.
Appreciate it.
Fishing on,
Appreciate y'all coming.
fishing on a party barge out here at Toledo Bend. What we're doing is dropping down with a little bitty minnow, fairly big weight, dropping it to the bottom, reeling it up a little bit. Right now, we're just fishing the points. I'll let JT tell you more about it.
All we're doing is fishing out here today. We're gonna catch soccer leg, we're gonna catch white bass, we're gonna catch barfish. Yeah, we're gonna try to catch anything that'll bite.
That's the kind of fishing I like,
That's
buddy.
what- This is fishing.
All right, guys, stay tuned.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000 acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com. That's all shad right there. This is one fish inside those shad. That's what we were fishing.
La 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 la.
Hey, T-Nonk, hello!
Gentlemen, how y'all are?
We are good. How y'all is?
How y'all is over there? I saw that boat back there.
Are you really?
Unexpected trout over there on top of that oyster
Got a
reef.
dozen crappie already.
Get out. We've caught 7 different species so far.
Oh my God. Sound like JT in the ballroom back in the day.
When I spoke of the main channel, I'm speaking of the Sabine River itself as the main channel that runs through the lake. The Sabine River starts up in northeast Texas. Toledo Bend was created by the dam being built just out of Burkeville, Texas. and it backed all the water up, creating the lake. Toledo Bend is 185,000 acres of all fishable water, and it's about 70 miles long from Logansport to the dam, and it creates a huge fishery and has been ranked #1 in the nation 2 years in a row for largemouth bass. And there's about every species in here that you can imagine to catch, so that's what we're doing today.
He's got his shakes like that. Oh, fish on.
What you got? No, it looks like that's a big yellow bass there. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a fatty.
Man, hold to me.
That's a fatty. I wish Bubba could catch one that big. Those right there are soccer lake. Ooh, I smell fish tacos. I smell.
Hooked up, hooked up. Fish on.
Another. Not bad, not bad.
That one almost fell through the hole of the net.
Bubba, you got a lot to talk.
So these are yellow bass, are also called barfish?
Yes.
I got you.
Yep.
They hang out at the bars a lot.
Yeah.
But you a barfish.
It's kind of like, you know, the cycle. Yeah, he's a barfish. That's a barfly. Got all these fish have so many different names for them and all that, you know, and some people don't realize it, but last year we're crappie fishing. It was, you know, prime time, and we got 4 people on the boat. We wind up catching our limit at about, I don't know, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock or something. And this lady on the boat, she said, well, since we got a limit at our cycle lake, can we fish for crappie? She was just as serious as she could be, too. I said, well, no, it's the same thing. She said, no, it ain't.
That's what Boudreaux told the game warden. I got a limit of crappie and a limit of cycle lake.
Only one's got more names than a crappie, I think, is a red ear. They got more names for that thing. Lake runner, shell cracker, red ear.
Is that a chinkapin too?
Chinkapin.
Hooked up, hooked up. That's a small one. Bubba, you want to reel it in? Yeah, boy.
I'm fishing with no bait to make it a challenge.
All right.
You used to fishing like a deep water piece of bait, hook. What you call them thing? Mangrove what?
Mangrove snapper.
They don't eat
Things
good.
are hard to catch.
Oh, I love catching those things.
You need a hard head, man.
I'm fishing with a spoon, just a little hunk of lead. I think it's a CC spoon. I've got guys up here in the front, they're fishing with minnows or they're fishing with jigs, crappie jigs and whatnot. You can see the markers here behind us. We're fishing on it's just a sandbar right off the main channel. And this sandbar is where a lot of the shad will come up here to spawn, and they come up on here and then start spawning on the banks, on the stuff up along the shoreline there. And it's a deal that happens every year this time when we start having a shad spawn. You get big bunches of fish, and it's all kinds of fish that move up to feed on those shad. Some of these fish have spawned, some of them have not spawned yet, some of them are in the process of spawning. I think some of them spawn on this sandbar up here, especially the white bass and the barfish. They spawn on this sandbar. And it's just a big attraction because there's so many shad that get piled up here. And we can catch them on about anything. With a little spoon is great. And we catch them on minnows pretty well. So that's what we're doing today. And we're just fishing. We're catching all kinds of stuff. We're having a good time. And we got a bunch of knuckleheads on the boat with me. But got another. Pop, it helps to catch them if you just got a little bit of bait on, don't it?
I love how you net everything.
Oh, shut up. If you get to be a guide one of these days, you can net them if you want to or not. I don't care.
Hooked up. Nah.
Get the net.
Bubba's hooked up. Get him, Bubba.
Makes it look good, but a little bitty pole.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
There's a Kentucky.
I'm catching the species different.
That's what we do today. This is a Kentucky or a spotted bass.
But he's from Louisiana.
But he's in Louisiana. He has spots on his belly, very defined lateral stripe here. It is one of the black bass, but it's different from largemouth. There is no length limit in Toledo Bend, and they're good to eat. Huh? This the what?
That's the cavity.
This one got
It is. It's pretty small also. A lot of meat on that fish.
A little drill, a little seabed, huh? Oh, look at that, huh? Put the troll in those.
There you go. Got him. It's just fishing.
So Doc, look right here. So JT said they got some teeth in this thing, on his tongue. Is that a tricuspid, bicuspid? Can you straighten that out?
They call them radula.
Radula?
Can you straighten the radula out
Teeth
on
on
this
the
thing?
tongue.
Right?
Oh, teeth on the tongue is radula?
Radula. That's true.
I'm great. I learned something new. Can you write that down for me so I can remember that?
He really wants you to spell it. That's why I want you to write it
That's
down.
exactly.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation. Living in the South, we all love our outdoor activities. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. Also try to avoid direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Remember to wear protective clothing and cover your head. Using sunscreen with an SPF above 15 with reapplication every 3 to 4 hours can do wonders. You're smart, have fun, but be safe. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
All right, folks. Today we're with my lovely wife in the kitchen cooking what?
We have Tuna Wonton Nachos. I really don't have a name for it, but that's what I call it. The guys just got back with some fresh Blackfin Tuna. And they're always starving when they get off the boat. They always want an appetizer with some fish. So Bo did put the tuna on the grill. He smoked it. I just let it soak in a little bit lemon beforehand. So I had the wontons and I just cut them up in pieces and then fried them. I have a sauce here. It's a sesame sauce that I mixed with a little bit soy sauce. And I'm all about the sauce. I like sauce. So I just drizzle the sauce on top of the wontons. Like that. And then we're gonna take some of this tuna and just place it on top of the wontons. It smells so good.
Yeah, it smells good.
All right, you wanna help them do a
So guys, this is blackfin tuna, and a lot of times the blackfin tuna, you know, people don't know what to do with it because if you cut it in little steaks, they're kind of small. But there's a lot of good things you can do with it. Number one, this Tuna Wonton Nachos, and also tuna salad is really good. We'll show y'all that one day. So all I did, I took this out and smoked it on the grill for about 20 minutes, low heat, around 220. Just a few hickory chips on there.
And I just diced some fresh Roma tomatoes. And then I'm gonna add some avocado. And they fight over this.
Yeah.
They really do. All right. Juice up a little lime. And then, of course, more sauce. So this is the Yum Yum sauce. You can get it at your local grocery store. And then I made a wasabi mayo. And a tad bit more of this on the top to finish it off. And I just like the way the colors of this come together.
Wow, it looks awesome.
Awesome, huh? All right, you wanna try?
Yep, no doubt.
Get one with some stuff on it.
Get some sauce.
Awesome job, Beck.
All right, let's head on outside and take this to the guests.
Keep on casting.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000-acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com.
Closed captioning provided by Humdinger Lures, the bass catchingest lures on the planet.
I had a guy fishing the other day, and he learned to fish left-handed as a child. And we actually had a push button and not a bait caster bed. And I got to watch him, and he's fishing it backwards and upside down. And dude, he was good. I said, dang man, I ain't never seen nobody, I've seen people do it and not know what it is. I said, but you doing it on place. He said, man, that's the way I learned. He said, I can't fish any other way. I said, well, that's awesome, but he was good. And look, I don't know how he pushed the button and threw it, but it stayed upside down the whole time. He was good.
He was what?
He was good.
Hooked up, Pop.
Got it. Got it. Oh, Lord, Pop, we're going to find some bigger ones. I moved a little ways, but we need to find some bigger ones. I'm going to put that one back for seed. Look at Bubba go crazy. He'll talk all that crap. If you throw some meat back, he's going to go nuts.
Then he just kept a perch, but he throws a nice.
Hooked up, hooked up. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a nice one here.
What is it?
Can't tell.
Oh, another large.
Oh,
broke that. That was a good one there. That one there is wearing some jewelry now. Bubba probably caught a carp.
It looks huge on that 4-pound test.
Oh,
go, boy.
Yeah, look. Ooh, that's a big Kentucky there. Nice job. Nice.
I can catch.
All right, let's do the Kentucky thing again. Check this out. We can see this one really good. All right, this is a Kentucky spotted bass. You can see the spots on his belly, which I guess is where the name comes from. This one here happens to have a gold eye, looks like. They have a patch of teeth on their tongue. You can see pretty well right there.
What's it called?
What's it called, JT?
It's called a regula. Regula. That's a good one. Hook him in his regula.
Oh! Oh, I'm in your line, Pop.
No, don't pull on him, Pop. Don't pull on him. We're all right. It's still reeling.
That's a good one.
Big yellow bass there.
So it was interesting watching JT fish. What he does, he goes along, looks at his hummingbird fish finder, and he can see those fish. And he can actually tell the difference between barfish, Kentucky bass, and white perch, which is pretty impressive. So we'd ride along, look for those fish schooled up or the shad schooled up and find the fish underneath them. We'd drop down, we either used a weighted jig or we used a weight with a shiner on it. Drop down probably 13, 15 feet. Wait for those fish, a slow bite. You had to leave it right on the bottom, wait for that little bite, toom, toom, feel them on the line, boom, set the hook. Caught some really nice fish. So we got a nice mess of species here, some pretty fish. Daddy's got a Kentucky bass.
Shoe pick.
Kentucky bass. Also a white perch.
Sagale.
Bluegill.
Patasa.
White bass.
White bass.
Yellow bass.
Same thing.
Freshwater drum.
Gas bagoo.
Water possum. All these fish, all these species came out of one spot. I anchored the boat right here. We're on a sandbar where the shad have come up to spawn, and every fish that's in this lake is coming up here to feed on them. And we caught them just right. They've been here for a couple of weeks now, and they should be here for another week or so. Any sandbar out here next to the river, you can find them. Some are spawning, some have already spawned. I don't know about the water possum, what it's gonna do, but we also caught a catfish, but I don't like putting them in my box. So we'll be catching everything. Got plenty for Bubba to eat, or cook anyway.
Living a nightmare.
Well, folks, we had a great time here at Toledo Bend. Dad, thanks for coming along. We caught some really nice species. JT, I want to thank you.
Absolutely.
Living the Dream Guide
Absolutely.
Service. Bubba, as always, had a great time.
It's always fun.
We want to thank our troops. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we do today. And until next time, keep on casting.
Father Melanson walks in City Bar one day. He sees Boudreaux and Thibodeau sitting there. He walks up to Thibodeau and said, "Would you like to go to heaven, my son?" Thibodeau says, "Yes, Father." He says, "Well, go stand against the wall." Hey, he goes to Boudreaux. He says, "Boudreaux, would you like to go to heaven, my son?" Boudreaux says, "Mais no, Father." Father Melanson can't believe it. He says, "Boudreaux, you don't want to go to heaven when you die?" Boudreaux says, "Father, I thought you were getting a load together today."
Danse avec les filles, oui c'est juste pour ma musique.